the biggest night in music. Adele ruling the Grammys, sweeping with 5 awards, and Jesse Palmer, he was there.
Adele's performance did get off to a bit of a rocky start, but she then took matters into her own hands.
Bringing her George Michael Fastlove tribute performance to a shocking halt before finishing strong. Singer graciously thanking fellow nominee Beyonce during her Album of the Year acceptance speech, bringing the superstar to tears.
You are our light. And the way that you make me and my friends feel, the way you make my black friends feel is empowering, and you make them stand up for themselves. And I love you, I always have. And I always...
Will this be the most political Grammys ever? This year's host, James Corden, rolled out the red carpet in LA, and he said it should be no surprise if music's biggest stars bash President Donald Trump.
If someone who was on this show would feel that they would like to do something, then that is the beauty of living in a country where freedom of speech is encouraged and accepted.
He says it's up to the celebrities to decide when and where to speak out and what to say.
I feel like what's important in this current climate is to really pick your moments as to when you would like people to know how you feel.
Neil Portnow, president of the National Academy of Recording Arts, says the stars have not been given any guidelines on what or what not to say.
To the extent that there are artists who have things that they want to say, that's what the stage is for.
Beyonce's performance at the Grammys on Sunday night was a beacon of light in what's been a pretty dark year so far. She performed pregnant, wearing a golden crown while belting out Love Drought and Sandcastles. Throughout the performance, she also brought major works of art to life depicting goddesses, queens, and universal female power. Let's start off with the Kali iconography. Beyonce's multi-armed dance references the Hindu goddess Kali, known as a destroyer of evil forces and a divine protector. Next, let's take a look at Beyonce's shimmering headpiece, which specifically references the Virgin Mary as the Queen of Heaven. There are a lot of paintings that depict Mary's coronation, and in each she wears a golden crown. The next piece of art draws comparisons to Beyonce's backup dancers. The piece titled Maesta is an altarpiece that was commissioned by the city of Siena in the 14th century. One of its scenes depicts Mary surrounded by angels. So when Beyonce's dancers appear behind her in halos, the nod to the medieval paintings like this one is clear. Next, we have the birth of Venus. Surrounded by her angels with her hands clasped in front of her belly, it's hard not to compare Beyonce to Venus, the Roman goddess of love and pleasure. Vox points out that her outfit has references to the sea as well. The Annunciation by Murillo deals with Beyonce's stage lighting. In many depictions of the Annunciation, the Holy Ghost is depicted as a light above Mary while she's seated or kneeling. Beyonce's stage lighting may be a subtle reference to this and a similar depiction of the Virgin. And finally, Beyonce's reference to one of the most recognized pieces of art ever painted, The Last Supper. Walking on a long table surrounded by her dancers, it's impossible to ignore Beyonce's nod to this iconic piece. The deliberate furniture may also be an allusion to her sister Solange's 2016 album, A Seat at the Table.
Did you see it? For a brief time this afternoon, Twitter was consumed by something other than President Trump and all things political being hurled in Washington. For a brief time, it was all about Beyonce, who posted that on her Instagram page and simultaneously lit social media on fire, sparking 500,000 tweets in 45 minutes.
To make that red carpet great again at the 59th Grammy Awards on Sunday night, Joy Vila's Trump-inspired gown quickly sparked conversation on Twitter, and album sales online. Sales have soared. Fox News reporting that her I Make the Static album climbed to #3 on Amazon's Movers and Shakers album list. Singer and songwriter Joy Vila joins me right now to talk more about it. Joy, great to have you on the program. Welcome.
Hi, good morning.
So
great to be here.
Tell us about your decision to wear that Make America Great Again dress, and in the back it said Trump. It was a beautiful dress, but obviously it made a big statement.
Yeah, it did. Well, you know, for me, I voted for Trump, and a lot of my friends did as well. And we felt like we had to be closeted. We had to be quiet about it, or we would face a backlash and bullying. And I just got tired of the narrative of hate. You know, you're racist, you're a bigot, you're this, you're that, people losing jobs, all because they voted for our now elected president. And for me, it's more of a platform for love and acceptance and unity for America. So this dress, I was hoping to just make a statement, some small little statement about unity, togetherness, and supporting our president as one unified country.
It is my desire, break down the walls to connect, inspire. Up in a high place, liar. Time is ticking for the empire. The truth that feed is feeble, as so many times before. If you know it, over the people. Let's go. They stumbling and fumbling, and we about to riot. They woke up, the lions. Yeah.
We like to say to all of those people around the world, all of those people who are pushing people who are in power to represent them, tonight we represent you. And we also dedicate this to our brother who's not here, Fight Dog.
I'm not feeling the political climate right now. I just want to thank President Agent Orange for perpetuating all of the evil that you've been perpetuating throughout the United States. I want to thank President Agent Orange for your successful attempt as a Muslim ban. When we come together, we the people, we the people, we the people, we the people.
All of the bad folks.
you must go. Not to get high, yellow, you got to go. All of my poor folks, you must go. You hustle every day and you make it go. And all of the Mexicans, you must go. Chinese and Filipino. Those drugs and gays, you got to go. Boy, we hate you. All of our bad folks.
Hello, so Thomas Rhett is joining me right now, and I love it.